New assets are easy to create within the Autodesk Factory Design Suite. Using the Create Asset command, available on the Get Started tab or the Factory tab, you can build a new inventor part or assembly model to use as an asset. As an alternative, you can also select Import Asset to use an existing part or assembly model to build the asset. In this example, I create this asset using an imported part file. Use the Inventor modeling tools to continue designing the model as needed. If the model is complete, author the asset with the Asset Builder. Parameters play an important role in an asset. The important step when building a parameterized asset is that for the parameter to be authored, you must rename the parameter from its system-assigned name, or create as a new parameter. In addition, you also mark parameters as key. By setting a parameter as key, the parameter is exposed in the factory layout, and you can then adjust the value once the asset is placed on the factory floor. In this example, the dialog is closed without making changes. The Key Parameters browser lists all allowable parameters for authoring and provides the option to mark a parameter as key, the same as setting the parameter to key in the Parameters dialog box. During authoring, you define the landing surface, insertion point, and connectors. You use these special features to position and connect the published asset in the factory layout. To set a landing surface, use the Landing Surface command. Select a planar face or work plane as the landing surface. A triad appears on the selected plane. To change the direction of an axis, select the desired axis, and then select a reference to define the new direction for that axis. The insertion point is the point about which the asset pivots or snaps to the grid when you place the asset in the factory layout. You can also flip the direction of the landing surface plane or add an offset value. Connectors help to position assets relative to one another in a factory layout. Click Define Connector. Select a plane or point. When you select a plane, the connection point is set on the geometric center of the plane. To change the connection direction, select a triad arrow, and then select a plane. That leg of the triad becomes normal to the selected plane. If you want to select a different contact, click the triad origin and then select a different plane or point. Right-click and select OK to complete the connector. The connector appears as a green dot. You can continue to add connectors as needed. Many assets, such as conveyors, require two connectors so they can be connected in series. The Asset Builder browser lists the placement and connection features you defined. Save your work. Once the key parameters, landing surface, and connectors have been created, click Publish Asset. The published location is the User Assets folder. You can create subfolders. You can also modify iProperties. Click OK to publish the model as a user asset. Click Finish Asset Builder to return to the modeling environment. To verify that the asset was published, start or switch to a factory layout file. You may need to select Refresh in the Asset browser. Navigate to the User Assets folder. The User Assets folder is at the same level as the System Assets folder. The stairway asset was added and is available for use in the factory layout.